This is Gondwana's Protea forest, and every year this brings a hive of activity to the reserve. Mostly we have Protea Aerophonia and Protea coronata growing here. So Protea Aerophonia is part of the bearded Protea group, and you can see that by the description of the little bearded elements on the petals. And the reason why the sugar birds and the elephants and the baboons really love these flowers is that not only are they a high source of protein, but right down in the deep center of the flower is where they'll find a reservoir of very sweet nectar. Delicious. One thinks that this Protea is a single flower, but in actual fact, it's a flower head, which means if you look inside the Protea, these are all individual flowers that make up this flower head. And if you look in here, you'll see a beautiful reservoir of nectar down at the bottom that sugar birds and elephants absolutely love eating. So if you open up the flower, you'll find a whole assortment of beetles that either feed on the pollen or the flower or on other beetles that are actually in the Protea. So it's a whole ecosystem by itself. Cape sugar birds are very well adapted to feeding on these Proteas. They have extremely strong talons and feet that are used to grip onto the flower, and then with their strong necks and beaks they reach deep into the flower, into that reservoir of nectar where they feed. And at the same time, the pollen rubs off on the back of the bird's head, and as it visits other flowers, it pollinates the other Proteas. We've only just touched on the incredible biodiversity that our Protea forest here on Gondwana Game Reserve holds. Fynbos is the most diverse plant biome in the world, and our conservation department is constantly finding new and innovative ways of researching all that exists here.